vast little forest, untamed and left wild. Where lives a small person, but he's not a child. A leader of men, a leader of more. He's listening now, Gabe, he's ready for war. A powerful druid, but he cannot fly. He's in love with death, but he cannot die. His name it is Gary, and this is his story. His name it is Gary, revel in his glory. It's Gary, but no more he can. It's Gary, fuck yeah, Muad'Dib. Gary, and this is his story. His name it is Gary, revel in his glory. It's Gary, but no more he can. It's Gary, fuck yeah, Muad'Dib. His name it is Gary, and this is his story. His name it is Gary, revel in his glory. It's Gary, but no more he can. It's Gary, fuck yeah, Muad'Dib. It's Gary, but no more he can. It's Gary, fuck yeah, Muad'Dib.
Hi everybody, welcome to the stream. Oh my god, I forgot about my washing machine. We've got 5 minutes of this in the background every time I speak. Can you hear it? It's got 5 minutes left and it's doing the really loud super spin part. I should have just left it 5 minutes. A plane taking off. Guys, let me do an impression of a plane, you ready? I have to open the gates, so I have to make like a noise. This is going to be annoying as fuck. Oh, I wish I had something to watch for 5 minutes. Oh, I do. Let's watch some TikToks.
This game has gone on. This game has gone on. This game has gone on long. This game has gone on. This game has gone on. This game has gone on long. This game has gone on long. This game has gone on. This game has gone on long. This game has gone on long.
Alright, let's watch some TikToks instead of listening to my washing machine for the next 3 minutes. The first one is from Guru Nanak. check this out though. Look what's in my recommended. Yes, I've done it. We gotta click it.
Make your contrast paints twice as useful. Instead of priming with Grey Seer for a neutral tone or Wraithbone for
We
a
have to
warm
click it and
tone,
watch the
try
whole thing.
base coating your model with a
tell the
light
algorithm.
cyan instead. Citadel's Baharoth Blue is great for this, or, shameless plug, Midwinter Ice, my very own primer from the Colourforge. Just give everything a quick dry brush with white to bring out the details, then paint on your favourite contrast paints as normal. The cyan undertone will shift all the transparent paints to cooler colour temperatures. Check out this orc to see what I mean. Give it a try, and I think you'll agree that's a pretty cool way.
Combat encounter for experienced players.
Try this encounter for your next D&D session.
That's coming up within about 10 minutes from now.
36 beholders behind a closed door.
It's honestly great. There are 36 beholders behind this closed door. What do you do? The barbarian. I kicked down the door. 2 minutes. This one's from Sarah. And then the stream can begin.
Deutsche Bahn.
The cleric beast. 1. Hold on. Nope. Just listen to this for a minute. One minute. How did the Seg theme come out so good on Suno? That's what I should have done. I should have made a song. You got a boss fight coming up, remember?
Deutsche Bahn. Bahn. Deutsche Bahn. Deutsche Bahn.
If it had the bar, then it... If it had the bar come up, the health bar, I wonder if you can just get it. Cleric Beast Health Bar PNG. Boss bar health template. It needs the oh my god. It's finishing. Bloodborne boss bar PNG. How is this not just the first thing? The most annoying the most memed thing of all time. Is really annoyingly hard to find. Not worth it, by the way. Oh, it fucking looks like that. Alright. So annoying. I can't edit on one screen. It's so difficult to do.
Deutsche Bahn. Deutsche Bahn.
It's so good that I want to keep it forever. I might upload it. What's the thing called in the bottom left of the HUD? You know, the little like. Oh, okay, didn't work. All right, I'll come back to it. The washing machine is finished. Finished, I tell ya. We can continue watching TikToks. This one was sent by... Why can't I get... I have to download that one. I'm not doing it. This one's from Toodle.
That's a wide stance, my guy. Super solid.
Another bird talk.
No one's gonna tip you over.
Oh my god, he
They
doesn't
could
look real
try,
at all.
but you'd be like,
The blinking.
nah.
He's
This
fucking
is-
adorable. What is he? Kookaburra. What is he?
That's a wide stance, my guy. Super solid. No one's gonna tip you over.
What is
They
he?
could try, but you'd be like,
I mean, whatever that is, I want one. That's fucking adorable. This one's from Nanak.
Do not nap during the day.
The cleric-based music plays again. Oh damn, this is me all night. I had a slight ache in my shin, bone cancer. Yeah. Last night I couldn't sleep at all. I haven't had anywhere near enough sleep. I feel like absolute dog shit today. I'm trying not to complain or cry about it because it's all I've done for weeks, but didn't sleep for shit. Had a horrible night. Didn't get to sleep till fucking 4 a.m. Fucking had to take a trip down the old Zopi River. Had half a Zopi. And the whole time I'm laying in bed, for some reason my right shin was aching. Why? Don't know. In my brain, bone cancer. My shoulder hurts. I must have slept in the wrong position. Bone cancer. My throat is sore. Throat cancer. My head hurts. I should drink some water. Brain cancer. My eyes hurt. I should wear my glasses. Eye cancer. Every single feeling that I feel in my body at all times. I'm not clicking that. This one.
Ananı avradını, şu karizmaya bakın. Kimileri onlara şeytan dedi. Kimileri ise
I don't even know what I'm looking
melek
at. It's like a
olduğuna
boat.
inandı. Fakat onlar birer
Okay. This one's from Toodle.
Hey,
Yeah.
come outside. I just want to talk.
Send in the wasp killing brigade. One's from Toodle. Bats. I think bats are cute as well. They only look like a bat. I don't find them frightening or gross or anything. I mean, that's just fucking adorable. Bats are cute. Another bird talk.
Bacon buckets? Bacon, bacon, bacon?
Why does it look like Winston Churchill?
Bacon pancakes, making bacon pancakes. Bacon pancakes, making bacon pancakes. Oh, bacon pancakes, making bacon pancakes. Bacon pancakes, making bacon pancakes.
Why do they do it? It's like they're stimming.
I can't sing forever.
Annie, thanks for the sub. You should have waited though. You should have waited. It's D&D day. Your subs can mean something. if you just believe. This one's from Guru Nanak.
Makeshift net. I'm gonna hit one softly, just in case. Makeshift net. I'm gonna hit one softly, just in case.
What does he hit? This brick? Oh no, he hits that. Oh. Golf balls suck as well, dude.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 pieces of bacon in 24 cans of Bush's baked beans.
I just don't want to see stuff like that ever. I hate food that comes in sauces.
Yo, did you read the news that there's like this asteroid that's gonna hit us in 2029? It's
Oh,
like
thank God.
No, this is
Oh,
a
hell
bad
yeah.
thing. No.
Yeah.
No, this is bad. Now, people are
Yeah,
gonna
let's
die.
go.
I love the idea of it as well. Bring it on. This one's from Sephiroth.
Now just turn your head sideways and you can see how it works. There's a variety of these things. They're called emoticons, and lots of internauts use them.
Internauts.
Okay.
And lots of internauts use them.
Okay.
That's your new name. You're no longer known as the Jake Paulers. You're internauts.
In the past, when I was on a mission to fart in front of as many people as I possibly could.
There's too much going on already. I'm so overwhelmed. The accent, the room, the stuff, the shoes.
Whoever I can possibly fart in front of.
Okay, what are you saying?
In the past, when I was on a mission to fart in front of as many people as I possibly could, whoever I can possibly fart in front of. I was sitting on my lounge and I was thinking, who am I going to do it to next? I haven't seen the doctor for a while. So I went and saw the doctor. Finished with the appointment. He's sitting on the computer. And I said, do you want me to leave the door open or shut? He goes, I just leave the door open. I said, okay, bye. Just as I get to the door, I just dropped a massive fart and then I shut the door. I walked past the waiting room really fast. Yeah, the waiting room was full. They heard.
There was so much for me to react to that I'm not going to react to any of it. I'm just moving on. I can't. What is happening? Did she get them all? Did you remember the brand Kangol? I can't believe they're still about. This one's from Toodle.
The sound of rain on a summer's day. How romantic.
Toodle only sent this because she's like, this is you staring out your window at me approaching your apartment, and I need you to understand how fucking weird and creepy you are, Brad, and I need you to stop doing it. I think I have a couple in here. Oh yes.
Hey guys, welcome back. Hope you're having a great...
What?
Hey guys, welcome back. Hope you're having a great weekend. We're missing a player, so we'll just have...
No, I'm here.
Yeah, sorry about the scare. I actually got someone to cover my shift. I know you put a lot of work into this. I mean, you didn't have to do all that. Hey, would you mind if I did the recap this time? If you want. Hey, DM, I had a lore question, if that's okay. Yeah, let me bring up my Google Doc. Yeah. Guys, I know time is a constant variable in all of our lives. And I'm grateful for the opportunity that the DM has given us to get together and share stories. I don't know what to say. DM, 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 DM. Yo, I gotta take this call, so I'll be back in like 30 minutes. Hey, the rogue is trying to steal the monk's staff again, all right? And I just want to get into combat. Hey, my character is a lone wolf. He does not care what the table says, all right? It is part of his backstory. It's not my fault. You always get away from the party. Try it then. Hey guys, welcome back. Hope you're having a
Love DMing.
The original game director for Hearthstone was Ben Brode. Ben Brode is an awesome dude. I got to work with him when we worked on Hearthstone for security stuff. He left Blizzard. He went off and made a company called Second Dinner. Their first game was Marvel Snap.
My two favorite games. Ben Brode. My man.
Which is why Marvel
The
Snap...
two games. Teamfight Tactics as well. We'll give Teamfight Tactics a minor shout out. But the two games. If you were like, Brad, what game saved your life? Final Fantasy VII, Hearthstone, Marvel Snap. Honorable shout out. Teamfight Tactics.
Snap is so goddamn good because it was Ben Brode, the original game director of Hearthstone. So you're seeing these people move off and make their own studios. These were the core of Blizzard. These were the guys. So they're going off and making cool shit.
The voice
now.
is so great. By the way, Pirate Software. Fuck you. No. 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 I don't care if you love him. I don't care if you fucking... He's hacking into me. Listen to me, Pirate Software. Fuck you, dude. 1. Good hair. Fuck off. 2. Smart as shit. Fuck off. 3. Best voice. Fuck off. 4. I can't even count. 4. Worked at Blizzard and his dad is the guy. His dad is the guy from South Park who's sitting playing WoW. That's actually his dad. Fuck off, dude. Successful streamer and successful developer, fucking, you know, just all round smart brain, fucking, you know, did everything, does everything, knows everything. A genius. So pissed off, man. I can't look at him anymore.
God damn, this baby all got me looking like a jacked teen heartthrob. You think the black guys...
Oh, if in case you're wondering, yes, this is me in 10 years if I get there. Look how similar it could be me.
God damn, this baby all got me looking like a jacked teen heartthrob. You think the black guys down at the truck stop are gonna treat me like a jacked teen heartthrob when I show up covered in oil with a bad attitude?
Do you think the black guys down at the truck stop are gonna treat me like a jacked teen heartthrob when I show up covered in baby oil? Is my new favorite phrase of all time. What does it mean?
Hello, Allison.
It's been a while.
It has been a while, indeed.
I feel like we should address
what's happened in the months since we've seen you, since some of our viewers may not know what has happened. So I guess I'll recap. I'll do the honors.
Help yourself.
Okay. In October, you were on a Zoom call with your colleagues from the New Yorker magazine. Everyone took a break for several minutes, during which time you were caught masturbating on camera. You were subsequently fired from that job after 27 years of working there. And you, since then, have been on leave from CNN. Do I have all that right?
You got it all right. Sad to say.
Okay.
Hello, Allison.
What are we doing, bro? Okay. First of all, number one, guys, stop masturbating on Zoom calls in front of people. 100% the way I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna fuck up one day. Camera on. Not gonna know I'm still streaming. It's how we all go, one by one. But two, stop doing it on a Zoom call. 3, why are you here being interviewed? The anxiety it gives me. I would kill myself. Look at the way she has to do this interview.
Hello, Allison.
It's been a while.
It has been a while, indeed.
So awkward.
I feel like we should address.
You know what I mean? Like, they know each other. This is like me talking to Whack. We used to work together.
What's happened in the months since we've seen you, since some of our viewers may not know what has happened. So I guess I'll recap. I'll do the honors.
Help yourself.
Okay.
AI from this video game just solved the housing crisis in America, but not everyone's going to like this answer. In the new video game City Skylines 2, they implemented a bunch of new features to make it as realistic as possible to an actual economy, the changes in the economy, and everything that happens when you're building a city and a society. Again, they were trying to make it as realistic as possible. And what they found is, just like today, as people were building and selling homes, it became so expensive in the market that nobody in the population that they had created in this game was able to afford a home. It turned into a major housing crisis. And what did the AI do to solve the problem? Get rid of all the landlords. Make it impossible to become one. The game made it so you were only able to purchase a home. You could never rent anything. And what do you know? Sure enough, give it a little bit of time and housing prices dropped way, way low. People could afford homes again. And it totally fixed the economy in this simulation. They just made landlording not a thing anymore. They just got rid of it. And I don't want to pretend like this is an absolutely perfect simulation, but I'm just saying it makes sense.
Again. Moving on.
I was thinking I'd play Dragonborn. Is that okay? Dragonborn, yeah, no, totally. How would you actually like to play a full dragon? Oh, sounds pretty cool. It does, doesn't it? You could actually, theoretically, play multiple full dragons at the same time if you wanted to. Dang, that sounds... I mean, it sounds overpowered, but, like, really cool. How do I do that? You're just gonna take this book. Okay, and then you're going to grab this screen. Okay, then you're just going to sit right at the end of the table, right there. Perfect, so you're looking great. And I'm free. So, I was thinking I'd play a dragon.
Trying to get Whack Stephen to DM something. Whack's like, I just offered to run a campaign for everyone in the Omicron's Rest. What the fuck? Alright, let's play D&D.
Which under a tiny world will take a person only a matter of weeks to travel from one side to the other. Once a lush, verdant planet, Rixonder's rain had stopped falling, or they'd stopped it. And how? Was there something to do with the warring empires? Was it a new unknown threat? Or perhaps it was the new major tech and steam-powered technology from the Pakistan matriarchy or Kosu Sivranti. Long ago, the world was treated as an experiment by the gods. They were trying to discover the most powerful species they could make. Just a fun game for them became our world as we know it, in the finals of the Kraven Trials. Humans faced off against Noms. The humans won. In a final test, the gods pitted the humans against the dragons. The dragons tore the world apart, leaving magic unstable, destroying any semblance of society. Now, after 1,000 years, the Mans have rebuilt. Two great kingdoms, constantly at war, and between them, the last forest. The only place of green in our dying world. And inside that forest, the last Nom. My name is Gary, and this is my story.
It is time to continue our weekly D&D game. Last week, you came here, didn't ya? Jincha. Now's the time to sub. Oh, this isn't a sub. It's just $75 fucking dollars from Bubu, my betrothed. Bubu, what the fuck? First of all, birthday tax, and we're playing D&D. What a lovely birthday gift. All right, look, you're welcome. I have to acknowledge. I'm just gonna pretend that's $7, Bubu. Otherwise, I'm not gonna be able to GM today. Haven't had any sleep. I appreciate you. Thank you very much for the $7. The $7 that you donated. Last week I didn't write anything down. Oh great. Last week you had a fight with a Kruthic, a creature that crawled out of the sands. That is basically a thing on. Damn. Insta Rage wants a wheel spin immediately. Damn. Gabriel wants a wheel spin original. Okay, that's on 5. If anyone asks, 5 here. Thank you very much, Gabriel. Insta Rage. Let me finish the wrap up and then we'll actually start spinning wheels and rolling dice. The previously on The Legend of Gary. Gary and Seg fought with the Kruthic, and you I think for the first time you actually defeated something without a Deus Ex Machina. Am I right? I can't remember how you killed it now. You destroyed it. Or did you teleport again? Where are you in the world? Are you teleported again? That's right. And then you teleported from Fury Road to here, the middle of nowhere, right? After teleporting to the middle of you turned into a giant lizard and teleported. That's right. Yes. Plumrug, thank you very much. Here you found a thing known as the Crypt of the Jinn. The Jinn. Believing it to be a pub, Gary and Seg stepped inside. They started maneuvering through the crypt, slowly making their way through several chambers that were filled with traps, shifting sand trap, Hall of Mirrors, Hall of Whispers, before they came to the final room, the final chamber. The Jinn's resting chamber. Stepping inside. That was where we ended the session, I believe. Let's pick it up. Let's spin the wheel. The first wheel spin of the day. No one suggested any new things to add to the wheel. But essentially how this works, if you've never been here before, we're playing D&D, Dungeons and Dragons. Chat is playing a character known as Gary. Gary is a level 3 gnome and druid who is destined to save the world. It's an Algib. The way it works is, if it does work, you can interact with this. You'll be rolling some dice when the time comes, but there is also a way to spin to win, pay to win. For every 10 gift subs, we spin this wheel above me, and on that wheel spin, random things could happen. You could get an encounter, you could get an item, you could get a battle, you could get XP, you could recover your spells, you could get advantage, things like that. That's 5, right? 2 wheel spins to start us off. Let's go. As you step into the final chamber, as Gary and Seg step into the final chamber. An encounter. You just made the encounter harder for yourselves. Congratulations. Let's spin it again. That one was from InstaRage. Everyone thank InstaRage. InstaRage, thank you so much. This wheel spin is pretty much predominantly from Gabe and Lux. A trap. You open the doorway and need to make me a dexterity saving throw. Let's start rolling dice. It's time to start rolling dice. I wonder if Suno can make me a boss battle theme. Fight with the Jinn. A boss battle theme. So we're gonna take the first roll today because no one's rolled anything yet, and from then on we take the second roll, and that's a natural 1. Right, ChatGPT, create a door trap for one of the chambers. A door trap for one of the chambers. Let's see what ChatGPT provides for you. The backup GM, the assistant director of The Legend of Gary, is AI. As the door opens, a hidden compartment above the door releases a net woven with tiny venomous scorpions. The net falls onto the character, Gary, attempting to open the door, entangling them and causing the scorpions to sting. A DC 13 Dex saving throw will avoid the net. On a failed save, the character is entangled and takes the following effects. The poisoned condition. The character is poisoned for 1 minute. They can make a DC 12 Constitution saving throw at the end of their turns to end the poison condition. And you take 2d6 poison damage. So let's do that straight away. Aziban. Gary takes 7 points of poison damage. Is he resistant to poison? I don't think he is. Ouch. A net, as this door opens, Gary begins to take in this very large and ornate room in front of him. But before he really takes in anything in the gloom of this final resting place, there is a net catches Gary. Suddenly he recognizes that there are things moving through the rope, the old net that's landed around him. Scorpions, their little tails lashing out and poisoning Gary. as he takes 7 poison damage. He begins to struggle and get this thing off of him. I'm going to say I think he does, but he kind of looks a little dreary. The poison spreading through his system. On top of that, this is going to be rough. Let's start rolling initiative as you step into this chamber. We take the second roll. Gary's initiative is +1. You step into a room with Seg here. And as the two step into the room and this net trap activates, there's a rattling of bones. There are skeletal figures moving about in this room. You see these sort of ancient looking skeletons, yellowed bones with old leathers on them and kind of bizarre ancient looking wrappings sitting on their magically held together bones. They're holding little brass swords. As you walk into the room, since you earned yourself another encounter, another skeleton forms in front of you. Behind them, this enormous, ancient, musty, dusty, ornate room contains the sarcophagus of an undead Jinn, surrounded by treasures but guarded by the powerful wards. The Jinn itself, well, I guess what happens is the sarcophagus first begins to open. There is the sense of heavy winds in this room as suddenly the sand and the dust and the dirt of ages begins to lift up and a wind is pulled inwards. This form lifts up out of this sarcophagus, part material, part sort of translucent, part sort of wind to like miniature twister and smoke, as this elemental being rises upwards, and you see what is essentially a genie. But genies are not fun Robin Williams characters, unfortunately, especially when they are undead versions of the genie here. This is a bizarre looking creature. The head and torso of this individual seem to be sort of together, but there are parts of this body which appear to be sort of rotten. You can see bits of flesh hanging off this sort of zombified genie. One of the eyes rolls around awkwardly in its head, but the second eye fixes immediately on Gary and Seg as they enter into the room. Again, bizarre kind of ancient looking clothing, a bizarre set of wraps and leathers that sit over the body rather than were made to fit the form. You see the genie kind of rise up in this part breeze, part tornado. There's a sense of magical fire that glistens and crackles within the twister that sits underneath where its legs would be. Okay. Let's see. So you rolled a 19 for Gary. Is that correct? For his initiative. Let's get the initiatives of all the other creatures in here too. Gary got a 20 in total. But then we need Seg to roll some initiative too. On a 12, Seg goes. You got 3 skeletons in the room. They go on a 16. And the Undead Djinn. It's a homebrew creature, by the way. Goes on a 12. Let's see what kind of boss battle music we were given. So, Gary is poisoned currently. Gary is 15 feet away from this skeleton, 50 feet away from these skeletons, and 75 feet away from the undead genie. It is time to determine what Gary does on his first turn in this boss battle. What does Gary do? Physical attack. Cast a spell. Heal. Run. Hide. Dodge. Item. Get creative. The choice, as always, is yours. You are Gary. Everyone has always dreamed of becoming Gary, and today that chance has been presented to you by me. For Gary. For freedom. Thank you, Dabiru. Thank you, Jake. Shadow, Joint Gifts, Lux, Plumrock, Gabriel. Thank you for the subs. Every sub contributes to the spin wheel on Sundays, in which something random will happen. So far we've had 2 wheel spins, both of them negative. You spawned an extra skeleton and a trap. There is unstable magic in this world that sometimes can be a boon and sometimes can be very dangerous. Get creative is what you want to do. Okay. What does Gary do? Creative options in the chat room, please. You are Gary. Summon Rindor is sort of use item, by the way. Convince the Djinn to grant us some wishes. Up the wall we go, possibly taking Seg with us. You have spider climb now, that's true. Recruit the genie. Any other suggestions from the chat? Order drinks. Challenge the Djinn to a dance-off. Go west. Okay. The choice is yours. What would you like to do? You can take part in the Twitch chat. By voting for the options or suggesting things. Continues to be too hot in this country. How about spin the wheel? Says Anonymous. How about you spin that wheel, bitch? Convince the Jinn to grant us some wishes. Okay. Entering into the chamber. Scorpions stinging his body. Seeing these skeletons rise up. Pulling out these swords. This Jinn rises up. Wind picks up and this Jinn appears with his sort of partly rotten face, partly rotten skin, an ancient body, caught underneath him a small isolated twister, crackling with a fiery blue energy. He says, "Who dares disturb my slumber?" Gary says, "Well, what? Hold on. What's going on here then?" Ow! Flicking a scorpion away. I thought this here was a pub. Are you a genie? Would you be willing to part with a few wishes? We've come all the way here. You look like you might be able to grant us a few wishes. That is going to be a persuasion check with disadvantage because you are poisoned. Gary has a -1 to persuasion. Start rolling. We take the second and third rolls. The first one is discarded as it purges out all of the previous rolls. And we're going to spin a wheel while you do that. A wild magic surge is going to happen. I have a D10,000 table for wild magic. This is what you have summoned. /R 1D10,000. 5,135. God damn it. 5,135. That's 235. The target cannot shut up until someone inflicts damage upon him. Gary then just starts rambling. I know, wonder a lot is here, place. What is this place? Because we thought it was a pub. We come on down looking for a wee place to get a wee drink, perhaps. But I don't know if you're selling lager down here, but I mean, we thought it was a bum, didn't we? Seg is looking at Gary like, what the fuck? Oh no, you've done a really nice thing while this here place. Is that gems on the ground? You got treasure. Are these your 3 friends, these wee skellies? Alright, what are we looking at? A 9. Discarded. A 7 and a 20. So 7 minus 1 is a 6. The Jinn says...
Wishes. I think not. Perhaps I will add your skin as a rug for my beautiful pub. Sick 'em, boys.
You failed. That was Gary's action. Gary has a bonus action. Would you like to heal? You can just type yes or no in the chat and we'll take the overwhelming majority. You can heal on a bonus action as Gary and use one of those delicious summer bombs. I simply can't believe that didn't work. Okay. Gary has got 2 more Balm of the Summer Quartz to use. Does he get them back on a short rest? When does he get them back? A long rest. You guys did a short rest or a long rest? You did a long rest, right? Oh no, then you had to use one after the rest to heal Seg because he didn't get rest. That's what it was. So you get 1d6 and then 1 temporary hit point. Ooh, 6. Nailed it. You're welcome. Okay. Now, does Gary move? It's probably not a good idea here. Does Gary move? Yes or no in the chat. We'll take the overwhelming majority. Would you like Gary to move? His options are to sort of move forward a little bit. He could get over here somewhere. Kind of a tough one. No, they scream. Okay. The skeleton is going to rush forward. 1d2. 1 is Gary, 2 is Seg. Seg. This skeleton is going to rush and attack Seg. These two... How far can a skeleton move? Pretty far. They use their actions. They can get all the way down to the boys. Okay, this skeleton here is going to attack Seg with its short sword. On a 7, comes rushing forward. Seg pulls out his blade just in time, and this one, ting! Seg parries the skeleton's sword away with his own. The other 2 skeletons scramble forward, pulling out little brass swords of their own, rushing towards Gary and Seg. But they use their action to dash, so they're done. That's the end of their turn. It is now the Jinn's turn. Jinn Kazama. Alright, what can you do? Actually nothing. Oh. You see him move his hands like this. Doctor Strange style. And the exact Marvel Doctor Strange glyph appears in front of him. It then also appears on the ground. It appears on the ground in front of you. If I can find a glyph to put on the ground. that work? What's going on? There it is. There is a massive glyph glowing with arcane energy that appears on the ground in front of where Gary, Seg, and the skeletons are. You also see the Jinn start to fly forward, and he is extremely quick. I think I'm going to move him over here. He flies, moves with unbelievable speed around the room as he's casting this spell, and this glyph appears in the room underneath, along the stone here. Seg will now attempt to attack the skeleton that is to his right. Seg, the Rambo of the swamp. A one-handed strike, that's a natural 1 from Seg. Everyone, roll me a d20. It's time for the actions of your consequences. Melee fail consequences have a d20 list of stuff that will happen to you when you roll a d1. Five, we take the next one. Give the bot a chance to clear its throat. What's it gonna be? How will Seg fail? Because fail he shall. A 5. On a 5, you swing too wildly. You roll the damage and imply it to yourself. That is so bad. 8 slashing damage to Seg. He's only got 13 health. He swings, but there is a gust of wind as the Jinn moves around the room, kicking up all of this sand and dirt. He gets confused. He sort of swings wildly towards this skeleton, stumbling over his own feet. He looks down. He's cut a terrible wound across his own leg. The leg of Seg is bleeding. Ah, fuck. Gary says, "Oh, it looks like they got you." And Seg goes, yeah, they done that. They got me. It's Gary's turn. What does Gary do? And I'll give you the combat options again, because I think this is a slightly quicker way to do this. A physical attack with his staff. He could cast a spell. And also this is wild shape. He could heal. He can run. He can hide. He can dodge. He can use an item. This includes the Pokeball to summon up Rindor, or he can get creative. What's it gonna be, Alfie? The choice is yours. A pivotal turn, I think, this one. Not looking good, Brev. What will Gary do? Excuse me, eating some food. I had a lot to do this morning, including sitting on my ass, feeling sorry for myself. instead of eating enough food. Cast a spell Wild Shape or use an item. I'm guessing the item you want to use. Which item does Gary use? Pokeball. Summon Rindor. Let's have a quick look at some of Gary's other items. Potion of Detect Thoughts. Potion of Levitation. Chime of Tongues is useless to you here. Scroll of True Seeing is useless to you here. Metal Canteen of Steam. This will let you... A jet of steam will suddenly burst out of the thing. A potion of Wall Walking. This will let you basically walk through walls for 1d4 minutes. You've got a potion of fire, I think, as well, right? Potion of Fire Breath. Those are your options. What does Gary do? Which item is Gary going to use? You can also gift subs and spin the wheel. It may make things better. On the wheel there are things like magic item, next roll being a natural 20, teleport, apply a condition, full heal, recover spells, quad vantage, and a Deus Ex Machina. May just save the day. Plan is to summon Rindor. Now, a little while ago, you managed to pull off a crazy maneuver. With a wheel spin and a Deus Ex Machina, you were able to pull out a Master Ball and catch, like a Pokemon, a tiny white dragon. Pulling the Pokeball from his pocket now, Gary says, "Rindor the gun! I choose you." He throws it to the ground. Rindor enters the fight. Where are you, Rindor? Rindor the Calm. This is... appears. Now there are rules to Rindor. He acts like a Charizard. Theory, thank you for the 5 gift subs. You roll a d6 to determine how he comes out and his disposition. 5, cooperative.
A dud.
Rindor follows Gary's commands normally. All attacks and checks are made as usual. Rindor is in an unusually good mood and fully committed to aiding Gary, performing to the best of his ability. He appears...
After 5,000 years, I'm free. It's awful in there. I don't like you very much, but thank you for letting me out. What the fuck is that?
This little dragon, tiny, with mosquito moving like a hummingbird, appears and begins flying around. Let's roll an initiative for Rindor here. Rindor goes on a 9. Okay. Gary now has a bonus action. Would you like to heal Seg? You have one more Balm of the Summer Court. Yes or no in the chat. We'll just take the just see what everyone thinks. Yes, okay. 1d6. 5 heals back to Seg and a temporary hit point. Takes him up to 11 as Gary spits in his hand and flings it at Seg. Seg, fuck it, what a... It looks down as the wound on his leg is knit together. Gary moving is a bad idea right now, so I think he's going to stay right now. However, right there. However, all of the skeletons are now going to attack. Let's see which one the skeleton in the middle is going to attack. One being Gary. Gary, 2 attacks towards Gary, 1 towards Seg from these skeletons. 1, 2, 3. The 18 is going to hit Gary. Gary's AC is 14. The 7s will miss as they begin to engage with these fights. You do need to roll against poison corruption. That's true, actually. You can roll a con save. So you guys can start rolling that right now. Gary has a +1 to his constitution, so you can roll exclamation point roll d20 in the chat room. Will allow you to roll your constitution saving throw. You poison doesn't give you disadvantage on this, right? Poison condition. Disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks, but not saving throws, so I think we're good. So not that 2, the next roll. While you take this much damage regardless. 6 piercing damage as one of these guys strikes at Gary. A 2. It's a fail. You're still poisoned. Ching, 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 ching. Gary pulls out his quarterstaff and parries 1 attack. Seg parries 2 attacks here, and the skeletons begin to sort of wail on them. The Jinn's turn. The Jinn flying forward is met on the field of battle by Rindor the Calm.
Wow. What do we have here then? A genie. Pathetic.
The Jinn, suddenly recognizing there's something else here, says,
I had no idea there was something else in here with us. What are you? A hummingbird? A mosquito?
I am a dragon. I am the great Rindor the Calm. How dare you?
A dragon? So small, so puny. Puny dragon.
He is going to use his ethereal strike. Or is he? Yes. On Rindor here. A 24 is going to hit Rindor for sure. Rindor's AC is 16. He deals 3 necrotic damage and 2 lightning damage. on to Rindor, yeah. 5 damage to Rindor as he sort of spins a Rasengan-like maneuver into the air, a mote of wind and sort of some of that crackling energy balls in his hand, and he throws it towards Rindor, who is hit by this thing.
Ouch! Do you know how much that stings?
Says Rindor. That'll be the end of his turn, I think, for this one. It is Seg's turn. Seg will strike at the same skeleton again, I guess, with his longsword. 22 is going to hit that skeleton for sure, as he deals 4 slashing damage to this skeleton. There's a strike is made against part of this skeleton. You see parts of the ribs break off of the skeleton and clatter to the ground. It is now Rindor's turn. Now Rindor's probably got some dope moves because he's a fucking dragon. He's got cold breath. I think he's got to use it, hasn't he? There is a moment as Rindor says,
"Now, witness my most powerful move. The breath of 100,000 years. The Ancient One's blood boils in my veins and prepares to freeze you to fucking death, bitch."
He's already dead. Cold breath. This is Dex save from the genie. A natural 1 from the genie. He's going to take 5d8 cold damage. 16 damage dealt to the genie. The tiniest little mouth opens up, but what comes out is a huge gust of cold energy. This arcane rumbling as the djinn is swept up and engulfed in Rindor's cold breath.
Yes. Do you not see? I am the most powerful being in this world. I am Rindor the Calm.
You will need more than breath to destroy me,
says the djinn. It is Gary's turn now. What does Gary do? That's not what that says. What does Gary do? We'll put up the combat options first, because it helps us to figure out. Physical attack. God, I wish I didn't have to write this out every time. Cast a spell. Heal. Run. Hide. Dodge. Item. Get creative. Cast a spell is also wild shape, remember. You are a druid. Choice is yours. What does he do now? What does he do? Ooh, sorry, I'm still slightly unwell. I'm still suffering a bit. I have to keep taking medicines to vaguely offset the horror that is my life currently. Okay, cast a spell. Let's have a look. What spell does Gary cast? Wild Shape. Having a look at some of the other ones you've got. Makes sense. Minor Illusion. Thorn Whip. Control Flames. Thaumaturgy. Thunderwave. Fairy Fire. Ice Knife. Protection from evil and good. Enhance ability. Healing Spirit. Warding Wind. The choice is yours. Now, if you don't know what any of these spells are, you're going to have to do a little Google. We're getting a lot of spells now, so you're going to have to look them up. His spell sheet is available, ! Spell sheet for Gary's spells. And then just type in the name of the spell and then put the words D&D or 5e after. So you could write something like Warding Wind 5e, and it will tell you that a strong wind blows around you in a 10-foot radius, which is also what is happening with the genie. Between Wild Shape and Thunderwave. Thunderwave will be a huge concussive blast around Gary, which should help to strike these skeletons. You might catch Seg in that as well, however. Alternatively, you can Wild Shape into one of the animals that Gary has as an option. A draft horse or a giant lizard. I don't know if we've seen anything else on these travels yet. It's time to become a draft horse, baby. Okay, Wild Shape. What shape does Gary take? A draft horse, a giant lizard. What other options are there, chat? I think this was kind of it, wasn't it? We looked at it last week. Camel. We haven't seen a camel. We become Enakio? No, they weren't beasts. You can only transform into beasts. D&D Druid. Wild Shape table. So here's how Wild Shape works. Combat beast shapes. Circle of the Moon. These are just Circle of the Moon. What is he though? He's Circle of Dreams, isn't he? Is it this one? You can turn into a baboon, badger, bat, cat, crab, cranium, rat, deer, eagle, frog. But you want to be turning into something that is a CR quarter. CR quarter is going to be the strongest thing you can turn into right now. So an axe beak, which you haven't found one of. There's boar, constrictor snake, cow, a dimetrodon, I don't know what that is. Draft horse, an elk, a badger, a bat. So let's see. You've seen a constrictor snake. I'd say you've probably, after living in the woods, seen a boar and an elk and a giant badger. I don't know if you would have seen a cow. I think these are the creatures. So a boar, charge, has a charge knockdown effect, but the DC is very low. Poor AC, poor hit points, poor damage, and Relentless only works once per rest. Constrictor Snake, Blind Sight, and Constrict. Constrict is an absolutely fantastic way to take down single targets, especially if they have trouble passing the escape DC. Unfortunately, it's unusable until level 4, so you won't actually get the ability to do that. A Draft Horse, decent speed and solid attack, but garbage AC. An Elk, charge adds some nice damage behind Ram, plus a knockdown effect that you can switch to using Hooves once you're stuck in melee for the improved damage. Unfortunately, the Elk has both low AC and low HP. A Badger has a burrow speed, keen smell, and multi-attack, but low AC and hit points. I think these are the animals that Gary can transform into. I will add them to his list. I'm gonna let's add a subfolder here. Wild shapes. Put the Draft Horse in there, the Giant Lizard in there. Solid Snake. At some point you will potentially be able to wild shape into Solid Snake. I will certainly allow that. A Boar. An Elk. And a Badger. A Giant. Not a Honey Badger. Right, we're going Giant Lizard, huh? So these are the things that you can wild shape into. And you've chosen Giant Lizard. Again, a horrific thing to witness. As Gary's form, his skin bubbles, his muscles rumble, and he turns into a grotesque-looking giant lizard with huge pink eyes and bulbous gnomish features. I live again. This giant lizard appears, a huge mouth, 6 arms, ridiculous tongue, snapping, a pointed, bullet-shaped face like a shark on the land. A land shark. However, thanks to Gabriel, it's time to spin the wheel before we end this turn. What did you win? Thank you very much for the subs today. I appreciate it. Oof. You might be tempted to stop spinning the wheel, but this is the only day of the week I make any money. So I say this to you. Yes, you've had some awful wheel spins today, but the only way to get a good one is to keep spinning it. Now, where are my curses? Okay, we're gonna have to do a D&D 5e curse generator. Dabiro has done it. $100 curses. /R1D100. 7. Number 7. A player's weapon becomes lodged inside the body of their enemy after any stab attack. A strength check is needed to free the weapon. As Gary transforms into a lizard, you see his quarterstaff fly off of the back of the lizard instead of becoming part of the... When you transform, all of your stuff goes with you. you see the quarterstaff wedge into the ribcage of the skeleton above him. Not a bad curse, to be honest. Could have been way, way worse, that curse. That's about as bad as you get on a D1, a natural 1 roll that I give you. Okay, time for another wheel spin. Let's go. This one, a gift from Debiru, my son, appearing from the ground. Another skeleton forms, the bones rising up. The Jinn.
Another friend joins the fight.
Guys, you may be tempted to stop spinning the wheel, but I say this to you. The only way to get a good wheel spin is to keep spinning. The luck is not with you today. Here's what I'll do for you. I'll refresh the wheel so that it doesn't, so that the curse is lifted. Let's see. Pew and Insta Rage. The next roll will be a natural 1. The next roll will be a natural 1. Bubio, Insta Rage. I say to you this though. I say to you this. Okay? And here's the thing. You may be tempted to stop spinning the wheel. However, the only way to get a good roll is to keep spinning. Another. The next roll after that will be a natural 20. They've only gone and bloody done it. Plumrug, Shadow, Anonymous. Thank you very much. This stream used to be the highlight of my week. Now it just sucks. Crap, that's hilarious. Okay, where were we? We're on the back end of Gary's turn. He's used his action to wild shape. Don't think he has any other bonus actions, does he? So I think that's the end of Gary's turn. It's not a bonus action to wild shape, is it? What's wild shape? I don't know anything about druids. You'd think I'd know by now. Druid is the worst class I could imagine playing for this. Where is wild shape? Use your action. Now he's consumed all of his summer bombs, hasn't he? And 1 wild shape now. Alright, here we go. Was that another 5? Is it not updating, Plumrug, or is that the same 5? What's happening? Did it fuck up? What number are we at? It's the same. Okay. We're on 5 from Plum. Okay. So that's the end of Gary's turn. It's now the skeleton's turn. I'm going to roll for the one in the middle to determine who he's going to attack, Gary or Seg. One being Gary. He's going to attack Seg. So we've got 1 attack on Gary, 2 towards Seg here. 1 short sword, Gary, a 14, 1 to Seg, 11 and 22. So Gary's AC currently as a giant lizard is 12. So that 14 is going to hit. Gary will take 6 piercing damage as a brass sword runs down the side of this lizard, cutting open some of the thick flesh. And then Seg's AC is 15 because he's currently using his shield. He's got a +1 shield. Don't remember him getting that, but he has. So his AC is currently 15, which means the 11 misses, but the 22 will hit. He's going to take 6 piercing damage as Seg is deftly battling. Ding, ding, ding. The swords clashing next to the giant lizard as Gary transforms. Seg looks down. The skeleton has stabbed him with his little brass sword here. Ah, you fucking bastard. Blood runs down the side of Seg's arm as the skeleton pulls the blade free. This is the other skeleton. Another skeleton will attack Rindor here as well. The 12, Rindor's AC is a 16, so he swipes at Rindor, but Rindor, being kind of a hummingbird here, just moves out of the way very deftly and easily. It is now the Jinni's turn. The Jinn will attempt to do something here. Now let me see, because there is something. Yeah, here we go. How far away is Gary? 20 feet. The Jinn does the whale. The whale from that TikTok that we saw. The Jinn goes like this. The Wail of the Forgotten. Each creature within 20 feet must make a DC 13 Wisdom saving throw or take 2d6 psychic damage and be frightened for 1 minute. That's each creature, including these skeletons. So, Rindor, Gary, and 3 of the skeletons. I think Seg is safe. Seg and this skeleton are not involved. So you guys need to roll me a Wisdom saving throw for Gary. Gary's Wisdom score is... His Wisdom save is a +3, so we have a +3 to this. This will be a natural 1. But I want to see what you get anyway. You will fail this. Let me roll for the skeletons first, going from left to right, clockwise. 1, 2, 3. That is a 15, a 4, and a 9 for the skeletons. So the one on the left closest to Rindor, I think, makes it. The other 2 will fail. Rindor is going to make a Wisdom saving throw. He has a +2 to his Wisdom saving throws. A 4 is a fail, so a lot of fails here. Let's see how Gary fails as well. So it's 2d6, did I say? Psychic damage and becoming frightened. 11 psychic damage to Gary. He's down to 2 HP in lizard form. Once that health is gone from his lizard form, he reverts back to his previous form. This lizard makes the save, so he's fine. This one takes 11 damage. This one takes 11 damage, and Rindor takes 11 damage as well. The Jinni screams out this wail of the Forgotten. The skeletons start going crazy. Rindor buzzing around.
I hate it, stop crying.
And Gary in his lizard form, his eyes start bleeding as this deals psychic damage. Now Gary is frightened. The skeleton is frightened. This skeleton is frightened. Rindor is frightened. The frightened condition means a frightened creature has disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of its fear, the Jinn, is within line of sight. The creature can't willingly move closer to the source of its fear. That's what we're looking at. And this is for 1 minute. Damn. You'd think that would be a save at the end of its turn. There has to be. There's no way. This is written wrong. The creature can redo saving throw at end of turn. Okay. You also have been poisoned this whole time and I completely forgot. I guess it's worn off. It's worn off. You're welcome. I'll let you have it because you've given me lots of money and had nothing but dog shit spins all morning. So I'll allow it. Okay, that ends the Jin's turn. It is now Seg's turn. Would you like to use your natural 20 on Seg or Gary? Seg is probably just going to attack. I don't know what you're going to do for Gary. I'll let you pick. Yeah. I'll let you pick. Nat 20 for Seg or Gary. I'll let you pick this one, I think. He'll get a natural 20 on this attack that he's going to make to the skeleton on his right that has 8 health left. Remember, Seg is not frightened, whereas Gary is right now. So is Rindor. It's neck and neck. Thank you for the gift subs, everybody. I appreciate it very much. I know there's some wiggle wobble. Sometimes people give, you know, a sub here and it goes up one or down one and we sort of lose track of it a little bit. But, you know, generally speaking, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. I hope you're enjoying the stream. It's going to Gary. Okay. How would it work if our next roll is a 20 but we have disadvantage? It would just still be a 20. It will be a 20 no matter what. So I don't know why I said it, to be honest, but I think I'm barely conscious, so I'm very, very tired. And unwell. So Seg's just going to make a straight up attack here. Against the skeleton on his right. Natural 20 anyway. This motherfucker. 8 plus 7. He didn't even need the nat 20. Seg does this. Blood running down one side. He brings out the sword. Spins it around, Jedi style. Uppercut underneath the skeleton. The skeleton's skull flies up into the air. As Seg ducks behind him, the skeleton's bones dissipating in front of him. Seg stands like this, and as he lifts his head up, the skull lands on his head like a fucking Marowak. He's wearing a skull helmet. He's wearing a skull helmet. He looks like a Marowak. It's the most beautiful thing you've ever seen. Let me just see if Midjourney can do this. Midjourney. A Marowak. How do you spell it? Let me double check. A Marowak with red skin. Let's see what it can do. Seg every now and then is just dope as shit, and it's fucking weird. Seg destroys this one. Absolutely annihilates this guy. And then he's going to move into position behind this one here. It's time for a wheel spin. Thank you very much, Digital Dan. You have quad vantage. Ladies and gentlemen, you have quad vantage. Let me just show you the artwork that came back. Oh my god. I mean, it has to be this one. But they all look so good. What the fuck? I think this is him though, isn't it? What do you think? Top right? Updated artwork for Seg here. Okay. We'll make a proper Seg token, I think, at the end of this battle. Remind me to do that. I think he's earned it at this point. He's just a kobold at the moment. Okay. That ends Seg's turn. It's Rindor's turn. Rindor can recharge his cold breath on a 5 or a 6, so let's try and do that. A 2. He doesn't have the ability to use his cold breath again, so he's going to have to use his bite attack. Attack on the skeleton or the djinn. I think I'll let you pick this one. Rindor, use bite attack on the djinn or on the skeleton next to him. I'll let you pick. Seg enhanced. He's got the +1 sword, the +1 shield, and the Marowak skull that he wears. Well, plaster on my finger, on the underside of my finger there. You can see that, just a little one, because I have a fucking blister from playing the Steam Deck so much over the last week. Loving my life lately. It's really depressing that I even I've had to spend so much time just quietly fucking playing the Steam Deck because I feel like such shit that it's giving me a blister. Alright, who can break this tie? The djinn or the skeleton? Rindor has disadvantage on everything. The djinn. Okay. So Rindor is frightened, so he has disadvantage on every attack while the djinn is there. So it wouldn't have mattered either way. He can still attack though. Let's go. Rindor, bite attack. 21. But you have quad vantage. No, Gary, Gary has quad vantage. Rindor does then. So 21 will hit. He bites the djinn. And this is just for the 6 and the 8. Just boom, 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 boom. Rindor actually looks a little shaken for the first time since you've ever seen him. A little fear to the back of his eyes. His eyes are doing that thing in anime where they their little pupils vibrate. But he's still just bites the djinn. The djinn looks down and there's Rindor biting on his hand, attached to him like a little fish. He is going to deal 14 damage, piercing and cold damage, as he just...
His little
jaws clamp down. Rips some of the fucking undead flesh away from this djinn's hand. Gary's turn. Gary has disadvantage because he's frightened, but quad vantage, which means you take the higher of 4 rolls. I don't know how this works. We're going to find out after you decide what to do. What does Gary do? Physical attack. This would be a punch because you currently don't have your quarterstaff. Cast a spell. Can't do that because you are in wild shape. Heal. Can't do that because you're in wild shape. Run. Hide. Dodge. Item. Get creative. Now this is Lizard Gary. The choice is yours. The choice is yours. Now you can always spin the wheel. If you can spin the wheel and get a magic item today, I will make the skeleton helmet magical. And it will actually have some sort of properties. They're going for it. He's incentivized them. I'm making the Seg token right now. Because that's how we do, baby. We do this shit as we're going. It's how we do, baby. We do this shit on the fly. This is DMing. This is the power of DMing. The Seg enhanced token has been created. Christ. How many wheel spins is this? 2? 15? What are we up to? This is democracy manifest. It's not a punch, by the way. It's a bite. I mistook. Are we up to 2 wheel spins? 2. Here we go. Let's do them now. You recover all of your spells. I'm going to say the Summer Balm and the Wild Shape are included in that. You've recovered the Summer Balm, Wild Shape. You haven't actually used any spells because you've done it, but I'm giving you the Wild Shapes back and the Balm of the Summer Court because I think that's fair. This is real money and it's just a game and you deserve it. So thank you very much. There you go. You recover your Wild Shapes and the Balm of the Summer Court, as well as any spell slots whenever you redeem that one. Second wheel spin going in. Insta Rage, Bear of Flame, Plum Rug, and Anonymous. I appreciate you very much. Thank you so much for that. A full heal. Gary heals all the way up. He just... A wild magic surge basically happens. All of the wounds all over him. The psychic damage from his brain. His brain heals inside of his head. He's just a giant lizard right now. He is healed. Nice. Thank you very much for the gift subs. It wasn't what you were looking for. You were fishing for a magical item. I think if you pull item or magic item, I'll give it something, depending on which one you pull. If you pull item, it might not be... It'll do something. If you pull magic item, it'll do something else. On Seg's skeletal Marowak helmet that he's now wearing. Updated Seg artwork. There he is. Seg enhanced. Absolutely smashing it. I need to update the token, but it'll take me a minute. Now, what's that? That's a wheel spin, isn't it? Am I crazy? I'll let you have it. They've done it. There it is. Okay. Here's what it's gonna do. It's gonna give Seg +1 AC but -1 perception. Because that's the only non-magical way I can think to do this. So it's 16. He needs a real character sheet, doesn't he? And 13. From the helmet. And then -1 to his perception. We're going to give him a real character sheet at the end of this. I think he needs one because it's just getting ridiculous making him be an NPC. Okay. It's going to be so much more difficult to do. Or is it? Maybe it's not. It's time. If he becomes a real boy, he gets death saves and stuff. That's not right. That ain't right. I want to kill it. I've been trying to kill him this whole time. I want you to lose your little pet. I've been watching Critical Role, and does someone want to explain to me why every time they get a pet, Travis Willingham wants to kill it? Why does he always want to kill their little pets and stuff? Alright, okay, so Gary is going to try and bite one of these skeletons. I'm just going to roll a d2 to determine which one he bites, because they're basically the same. A 2 is the one there, this one. Now, Gary has disadvantage, but also quadvantage. I don't know how this works, because they waste tons of time dealing with pets that do nothing and it slows down the action. Yeah, I know, yeah. He's such an action-hungry player. Gary still has the nat 20. Oh, is this one the nat 20? Have we not done the nat 20 yet? Alright, let's just do that then. So... we'll just make an attack. I mean, the thing is dead, but let's see how much damage it does do. So here's the bite attack, which is a natural 20, which is a 7, and we double the... God, I haven't done it manually in so long. You double the dice, don't you? So it was a 2 plus 0. So that's an extra 2. It's a 1d8 plus 2. Right. So the dice was the 5. So it's a 10. So 12 damage is how much damage is dealt to this. I think he just eats it. You know that fucking meme of the guy that eats the microphone? Where he's like really drunk and then the guy like asks him a question, he goes, yeah, I just... That's what happens. Crunching down the ancient skeleton of whoever used to live or work or worship in this tomb. The lizard swallows it like a snake, you know. Okay, one left on the left of Gary there, one skeleton on the right of Rindor, and the Jinn remain. That is the end of Gary's turn. No, he can't use spells as a druid, right? You know what, guys? I'm gonna play a druid in the next campaign I'm a player in.
Bro, you will never get to play in a campaign. You are the GM.
just because I never know what they can do. I know nothing about druids. I've GM'd for like 2 druids ever. There's a druid in my current campaign, no idea what she can do. Gary's a druid, no idea what he can do. I just don't know what they can do. They confuse me so much. There are different types of druids that can do different stuff all the time. They've got too much shit going on. They've got spells. They've got stuff they can turn into. It's bollocks. They're annoying. There's way too much going on with druids, and I don't like it. But I'm pretty sure druids can't cast in wild shape. So you can't heal Seg this turn unless you want to drop wild shape. Which does that, how do you, can you just drop it, or does that cost an action as well? Let's find out. Wild shape. Oh god, look how much writing there is. How do you drop the thing? You just do it whenever. You can choose to end wild shape at any time by spending a bonus action. Okay, so there's no point in doing that. I'm just gonna give you the min-max option here. There's no reason to do it. Seg is on his own. He's on 5 HP right now. I don't believe you guys have got any healing potions or anything like that. Potion of levitate, potion of fire breath, potion of war walking. Yeah, there's no way to heal him right now. Okay, skeleton. Skeleton's turns. 1 attack towards Gary and 1 attack towards Rindor from the skeletons. Gary, Rindor. 21 against Gary will hit. It is frightened actually, so that's an 8. He misses. He's currently frightened of his own master, the Jinn. An awkward thrust forward. It does strike Gary, but Gary has parts of his sort of skeletal, his reptilian natural plating that is tougher than a brass sword, and you see the sword cling, glance off of them, off of some of these scales. The other skeleton again tries to swing towards Rindor, but Rindor is far too quick. Okay, the Jinn will have a go now. Now the Jinn needs to. He's got a recharge ability as well. Let's see if he can do it. On a 5 or a 6. 4, he cannot use his whale again, so he's just going to use his lesser attack, the ethereal strike. Oof, a 27 against Rindor here is definitely going to hit, as he does 4 necrotic damage and 1 lightning damage. 5 damage to Rindor as he once again pulls up that kind of ball of energy, launches it out, and it strikes Rindor flying through the air, dealing the 4 necrotic damage, 1 lightning damage, bringing us to Seg's turn. I guess Seg at this point probably would be best served attacking the skeleton or the Jinn. I'll let you pick. The skeleton that's fighting, I think Seg can leave the other skeleton to Gary right now. Who does Seg attack? The skeleton that's fighting Rindor at full health, or the Jinn himself, who is at 15 health, I think. Seg is not scared of the Jinn. He never was. He was outside of the range. It was everyone else, basically. I'm gonna do something here while we wait. While you vote on that, you're gonna have him attack the Jinn. Okay, let's go. He can run. Oof. He could go down here, and I guess he could go here. He's going to take an attack of opportunity here, isn't he? What's his speed? 30 feet. So he can go 15 feet to there and go to there and not take an attack of opportunity, or he can go 25 feet to here and take an attack of opportunity. Which route do you want him to take? Which route? Upper route? Lower route? So the upper route runs him up and past the skeleton at the top, along the glyph. And he won't take an attack of opportunity from the lower frightened skeleton, who will have disadvantage, or he can run underneath Rindor and go in from the lower route and take an attack of opportunity at disadvantage from the skeleton, and get in that way. And I am going to
Only fools type 2.
Lots of people think he should go the lower route here. Okay. Now, Sega's only got 5 HP, guys. Just... let's go. Okay, so he's going to run. Whoop! He's going to grow. He's going to get to here. As he goes past this skeleton, they will get an attack of opportunity disadvantage against Seg. And 11. So... this creature, Seg, moves swiftly past the skeleton. As the blade swiftly misses Seg, and Seg arrives ready to attack the Jinn. A natural one. Seg! Do you want quad vantage? Would you like to use the quad vantage? It's too late, isn't it? It's a natural one. There's nothing you can do about it. It's too late. It's too late. Roll me a d20, guys. Let's see how you fail. Exclamation point, roll d20 in the chat room to determine how you fail. Shadows refuses failure.
I will not fail. I will pay to win. Pay to spin and spin to win.
He just starts spinning around in his room. On his own. Cut to Shadow right now and he's just spinning around in his room. We take the second roll because the first one needs to purge all of the previous rolls out. I will update the thing. Oh, a 20, which means you roll twice and apply both effects. Keep fucking rolling. Go again. We might as well just take the first 2 rolls that come up as well. Keep going. Let's see how you fare. A 15. A 15 means you open a wound and take 1d6 blood loss. Remember, he's only got 5 HP right now. Oh, thank God. He only takes 1 damage. You also take the effects of another roll here. Keep going. You have another failure. Rolling a 20 is really bad. A 14. Your enemy grabs your weapon. They can make an attack with it as a reaction. Seg runs in, sliding, brings the dark. He's got like a black longsword and he runs it up towards the Jinn. The Jinn, his huge hand grabbing Seg's small kobold arm. He turns his arm around. Seg takes 6 slashing damage. Seg is dead. Seg is dead. Seg is dead. Seg is dead. Giant lizard Gary goes. Rindor goes.
I don't even know who that guy was.
Seg is dead. This sounds happy. This also sounds happy. These are Suno songs that I have. This one is called Seg is Dead. A Deus Ex Machina wheel spin is what you wish for, is it? You recover all of your spells, which you already had. The Jinn runs Seg's own blade through his gut. Seg looks up as the huge Jinn, we see it slow-mo, runs his own sword, turns his arm on him, and runs his own sword into his own chest. The camera moves across Seg's body and we see giant lizard Gary. A horrific monstrosity of a creature. Behind. Rindor. See if you can recharge your breath weapon, Rindor. He cannot. You see Rindor slow-mo. His little wings as he rushes forward to try and bite the Jinn again. He's frightened, so that's a 12. The other hand bats Rindor out of the way as Rindor flies through the air. It's Gary's turn. What does Gary do? He's an NPC, Plumrug. He's an NPC. It's Gary's turn. So he can bite Yeah, what else? Are you happy now? Yeah, I am. He can buy, or you can come up with a couple of creative options right now because of what's happened. I want to remind you that you killed Seg. You rolled a natural 20. Desperate. Absolutely desperate they are. We bring him back. What does that say? What is that? Apply condition? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15. Gary falls unconscious. There is... Gary just... There's a bizarre sense of magic permeating through the room. Unconscious. The creature is incapacitated. Drop whatever they're holding. They fail strength and dex saving throws. Attack rolls have rolls of advantage. Any attack roll that hits the creature is a critical hit if they're within 5 feet. The huge lizard falls to the ground. That's the end of Gary's turn. The skeleton is going to attack him with advantage, but also with disadvantage, which means normal attack. A 14. And it's a crit, so that's 6 piercing damage, 10 piercing damage. A sword straight into the side of Gary's unconscious body. Would this wake him up? Roll me a Constitution saving throw. If you roll over a 10, he wakes up. You have a +1 to your con saves. Because you've been made unconscious by, not by dropping to 0, but by just falling asleep. Narcolepsy. You take the second roll. You have a quad vantage on this. I forgot. It's quad vantage. So roll 4 times. Take the highest one. A 13. 1. Seg falls backwards, his own hand on his own blade in his chest. The djinn rises up. An 18, so you're now at 18. So you've already done it. Let's see if you can get a natural 20. 17. If you get a natural 20 on the next roll, you can take an action. When you wake up. The power of the quad vantage. Gary wakes up. I'll let him just bite he can bite the skeleton. It's not the natural 20, it's the 21. It's enough. He wakes up. And destroys this skeleton. Rolls up onto his legs. It's the djinn's turn. The djinn. Can you recharge your ability, djinn? 1d6. A 4, he cannot. He's going to try and strike at Rindor again with a 16. Rindor's AC is 16, makes it, breaks it. He deals another 5 damage, 4 necrotic damage, 1 lightning damage to Rindor here. 6 HP on Rindor. Rindor is also an NPC, by the way. You can recall Rindor. What did I write? As an action, you can use the Master Ball to summon Rindor. Bonus to dismiss. Using a bonus action, you can pop him back in the Pokeball for safety. Seg is dead. It is now Rindor's turn. Let's see if he gets his breath weapon back. A 5, he does. Rindor says,
Well now, it seems you are stronger than we gave you credit. But you will never be as strong as Rindor the Calm.
his breath weapon activates once again. An icy blast in a 15-foot cone. I wonder if actually... No, it's not worth the risk, is it? It's gonna stay there. Each creature must make a DC 12 con save. Constitution saving throw from the Jinn. He makes it. On a 22, he makes it, but he will still take half of the damage of 5d8. Seven. The Jinn, bits of his body and flesh whipping off of him, his own kind of maelstrom of crackling energy, thunder, necrotic energy, and wind circling around him, kind of becoming unstable as Rindor adds cold into the mix. Let's see. Gary's turn. What does Gary do? Fight Jinn. Fight Skeleton. Get creative. Those are your options. Actually, unshape. Because you can unwild shape. You can't do anything other than you can't cast spells and stuff. Or resummon Rindor. Put Rindor to the right of the skeleton. He could have hit both the skeleton and Jinn, but he would have taken an attack of opportunity from the Jinn. He's only on 6 HP. Is it worth the risk? Tell everyone that his gym is sick this week, but next week they're fighting an ice giant. Wrong Gary. Get creative, okay. Then the floor is yours. What does Gary do? What do you want him to do? It didn't look like Rindor was in an adjacent square to the Jinn. Alright, well. You have to trust me then, aren't you? Bargain with the Jinn. Revive Seg and we will leave, never to return. Scurry up the walls and launch our full body on him. I don't know if you have spider climb in this form. me read Gary's spider climb thing. It's because he has so many arms and legs. You know what? Actually, he does. You're right. He does. Because he still has his arms and legs. He still has 6, doesn't he? Bargain with the Jinn. Offer to fulfill one of his wishes if he resurrects Seg. I mean, that's the same thing, isn't it? Does recover spell recover Balm of the Summer Court? Yes, it does. Recall Rindor was already on the other list. You chose to get creative instead. Alright, these are your options then. You wanted to get creative, but then couldn't think of anything creative to do, could you? Relying on the other people in the room to come up with something for you, and then when it came down to it, couldn't. This is why you always just attack in D&D. Never get creative, just do what it says on the character sheet, and never have any more fun than that. My idea was not to put up. Are you actually going to play games with us tonight, or are you going to ignore us again for another evening? Popping in at your own leisure, like you're the fucking... like you're Caesar himself, deigning us with a moment of your grace. I have to stream. Yeah, stream with us. What game are you even playing at the moment? Oh, you're fucking playing some new game, right? And you were like, I've got to edit a thing, and then you didn't even edit it. Bargain with the Jinn to revive Seg, and we will leave, never to return. Okay, well this is going to mean that you have to pop out of your wild shape. So I think he does. Unwild shapes. Gary is not poisoned, but he is frightened. I'm going to say we didn't... I don't think we did a con save at the last thing, did we? So, just before we do that, is it a con save? Start rolling. Wisdom save. Make a wisdom saving throw for last turn to see if you're still frightened of him. +3. I'm playing nothing. I didn't get the video done. I was working on something else. Oh, okay. PUBG then. PUBG Sundays. The boys. Nice start of new game tomorrow. A nice Monday start of a new game. Delicious. How delicious. We don't take that 15, we take the next one. You may also subscribe. Gift subs, spin the wheel. It's possible. Yes, you're no longer frightened of him. Possible you'll get a Deus Ex Machina or something here. An 18. So that breaks you out of this thing. Start rolling again. We can take the first number as well because no one rolled after that 18. This is for a persuasion check, as Gary says. Alright. Holds up all of his 6 arms. Listen. You're a genie, right? Grant me this wish. Bring back my friend there, Seg. Bring him back to life. And we will leave this place. We will never return. A persuasion check from Gary, please. And you gotta roll fucking high. You got a -1 to this. I think you have to beat a 15. And that's me being kind. Because you have all been so kind as to give me money. If this was Cura, that would be a 25 DC. What did you get? A 4. It was the first roll because we didn't need to clear the previous one. A 4 -1 is a 3. The Jinn says...
You are in no place to bargain, small one. You will join my undead army and protect my crypt for all eternity.
Yeah, let's start a game on Monday so we cannot play on Tuesday. Alright, Jesus, fine. Do whatever you want. alright. Do whatever you want. Just want to spend time with him. Have a great time playing PUBG with my friends. It's all good. This guy, you know. That's a fail. You've used your bonus action already to unwild shape. And then you use your action to try and persuade him. That's the end of Gary's turn. It's now the skeleton's turn, who is going to attempt to kill Rindor. An attack on Rindor doesn't have disadvantage. This one was not frightened. A 16 hits. 7 piercing damage. Buzzing around. Boom, 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 boom. There's a moment. The mosquito sound of Rindor stops. He splits in two. 2 bits of Rindor land on the ground. The skeleton sights up Gary and moves in. The genie is going to try and recharge his attack. He gets it back. Let's see here. Wisdom saving throw from Gary, please. You have a +3. Start rolling. You can also gift 1 gift sub and it will spin the wheel. There's stuff on the wheel that might save your life. You might get something in here that will help. A teleport or a Deus Ex. A quad vantage. Next roll being a 20, something like that that you can use to your advantage. Bend the spell wind. We're not taking that 3, we're taking the next roll. Keep going. A wisdom saving throw. There it is. We'll resolve this whiz save first. A 9. A failure. You are here once again. The Wail of the Forgotten. First thing that happens is you take 2d6 psychic damage. 8 psychic damage to Gary. His eyes start bleeding. His blood runs from his ears and nose.
Oh, bastard! You bastard!
And he becomes frightened once again of the djinn as we spin the wheel. Gary is currently on 7 HP. The next roll is going to be a natural 20, and it's Gary's turn. What does Gary do? I'm gonna leave it fucking open. The djinn has got 8 HP. You don't have a weapon. I think maybe you have a scimitar or something. You have the scimitar, the Frostbrand scimitar, the Thorn Whip, the thunder. You could get into position for a thunder wave, even though it wouldn't really help. It wouldn't help with the natural 20 wouldn't happen. Seduce. Ice knife. Frostbrand scimitar. You get the wisdom save at the end of your turn. Pray to death. Any other options? The Master Ball's being consumed. You can't just use it again. Pop the metal canteen, sing When You Wish Upon a Star, and try to capture the djinn. Ask Heimdall to open the Bifrost. Alright, there's your 6 options. 6 options. What will it be, chat? Can Ice Knife crit? Let's find out. Ice Knife. A ranged spell attack, so yes it can. What's it gonna be, guys? Between Pray to Death and Ice Knife, who wants to be the splitter and pop the metal canteen, sing Wish Upon a Star, and try and capture the Jinn? You've gone for Pray to Death. The skeleton runs at Gary, stabs him. Gary looks down, looks up at the skeleton. 4 of Gary's arms grab the skeleton's arms and hold his arm in place so he can't stab him again. Gary's top 2 hands.
Faith, I hate to do this to you, as I always do, but I need you now more than ever. I need you to save me. To save Seg.
No, actually. Do you want to save Rindor or Seg? This is up to you.
Or Rindor.
It's literally Gary. Do you wish to save Seg or Rindor? Seg.
I need you now, Dad. Bring back Seg, so that we might destroy this genie and continue our journey, my love.
This is a natural 20. There's a moment. The genie looks down, pulling the sword from his own chest. Is Seg. The wound on his chest closing. From elsewhere. From elsewhere. I can't remember how death sounded in this campaign. Gary hears I have brought him back stronger, faster, and more powerful than you could ever imagine. It will come at a price, my love. All things in balance, even death. Death, death, death. Seg's back up. He's been revived once again. Fuck. Okay. It's now the skeleton's turn, apparently. Is that true? I can never keep up with... So much random shit happens. I can never keep up with what the fuck is going on sometimes. Okay. The skeleton is going to attempt to attack Gary. Seg is at full HP. Natural 1. Roll a d20, chat. Take the second roll. 4. You miss your foe, instead hitting an ally within 5 feet, which he doesn't have, so he just misses. The genie does not recharge his attack, instead using his ability to strike out at Seg.
Impossible. You were killed.
Throws another Rasengan-like attack at Seg. Ooh, it's a big damage. He does 8 damage to Seg. Seg looks up at him. Not a word from Seg's mouth yet. It's now Seg's turn. Let's see what he can do. Seg will attempt to strike at the genie. A 13's not good. It hits! Holy shit, he's got 12 AC. 7 slashing damage. The genie's on 1 HP. He does one of those like moves where like Nezuko, no, what's his name? The fucking guy from Thingy where he dum 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 dum. The genie looks down. Bits of his flesh slough off. I think that +1 is already in the attack, yeah. Is it? Yeah. Rindor is dead. It's Gary's turn. What does Gary do? So. Punch. Cast a spell. Wild shape. Heal. That includes Seg. Run. Hide. Dodge. Item. Get creative. So heal will be Healing Spirit. Call forth a nature spirit to soothe the wounded. Spirit looks like a transparent beast or fey. Whenever you're a creature you can see moves into the spirit's space for the first time or on a turn starts there, you can cause the spirit to restore 1d6 hit points to that creature. Because bonus action, we will heal Seg anyway. Cast a spell. Okay. Which spell? Wild Shape. Thorn Whip. Thunderwave. Fairy Fire. Ice Knife. Enhance ability. Healing Spirit. I think the other ones are irrelevant. You can't, you actually might be able to get them both in Thunderwave. But I think you'll end up getting Seg as well. Yeah. You can get them both, but you'll get Seg at the same time. Don't believe there's a way to not get Seg core. If you hit him with an ice knife, he will die. He's got 1 HP. Ice knife. Okay, start rolling for your attack roll. A spell attack. Ice knife. 1d10 piercing damage, and then it explodes. The target and each creature within 5 feet of it are going to have to make a dex save. That's Seg. What have you done? Where the hell is Gary? And you have a +3 to this attack. Is that all? Yes, sir. Wisdom is +1, yeah. A 12 hits Gary. An ice dagger appears in the sky above his hand. He launches it. It strikes the djinn, exploding. The djinn with his left hand, Gary heals Seg. For 1 healing, which is 2 because he gets an extra 1. Seg needs to make a dex save. Natural 22. Double backflip out of the way. Hero landing. 3 point. The djinn explodes. The magic that the djinn was holding would undo all of the other magic as well. It would kill this skeleton. The skeleton just falls into bones on the ground. The glyph, which by the way, if you'd have stepped on it, would have paralyzed you, shuts down too. Ladies and gentlemen, you've won. But at what cost? Damn, that was tough. That was rough, man. You guys, even with the wheel spins, really ran into some problems in that fight there, huh? Gary runs to Seg.
Seg, are you alright?
Seg stands up.
I don't know. I feel strange. Like something's missing from inside me. It's alright. You've been brought back from death several times, but so have I. That's the way of the world. Come on. Let's see what treasure we can loot in here and get the fuck out of that shite pub. This pub is pure shite, I'll tell you. Right. Yeah. Let's do that.
Gary puts a hand on Seg's shoulder and turns around, heading over towards the area where all of the genie's loot is. The camera lingers on Seg for a moment, closing on the skull that is now sitting on his head. The darkness where his eyes would be, and then a flash of red. That's where we end today's session. Now, I thought that was going to be a lot quicker than it was, but it wasn't. So, next week... What was this one? This one was episode 11, right? Season 1, episode 11. Next week, we have to go through the Jin's loot, see what you got. XP, I think you probably... I mean, Seg needs a full character sheet. He's got to be a fighter, right? We'll just have him level up with Gary. Or maybe we just give him a character sheet that is not really a thing. But we'll give him death saves now. Now the XP that you've just got was for 1, 2, 3, 3 skeletons and 1 genie. And the skeletons. So you get 2,000 XP, which means you level up. $2,010 XP. You need 2,700. So you're at 3,860. You now need 6,500 for the next level. But congratulations, you are level 4. We've got a lot of work to do next week. Level 4 Gary. So you got to go through the Jin's loot. Give Seg a full fighting character sheet. He becomes a player. Seg is evolving! And you guys hit level 4, because that was a big fight. Rindor is dead. The Master Ball explodes. Whew. Dragons don't last long, do they, in this story? They either leave or get killed immediately. That was a crazy fight. And you kind of had to go toe to toe. You were rolling spin wheels constantly, but you just had to fucking legit plug away at the skeletons and the genie. Good stuff, man. That was a homebrew genie as well. I made that up. I made that genie up. It's quite hard to do because all the genies are really the Jinn. I think the lowest one is like way too high of a CR for you guys at this level. All right, congrats. Well done, everybody. Thanks so much for watching. This brings us to the very end of today's session of Twitch Plays D&D. The Legend of Gary, Season 1, Episode 11, I think. Super fun, man. I love doing this. This is so much fun every week. I don't feel very well today, and I've been feeling pretty rough for a few weeks, but I still have a lot of fun running it. Time to watch Downfall. Don't know what that is, but enjoy. Oh, the Brennan Lee Mulligan thing. We'll carry on next week. We've upgraded Seg. He's now enhanced, and we'll do the level up stuff for Gary. Really appreciate the people that gifted subs. I know that it's worth it because you get something out of it for once, but I appreciate it either way. Appreciate everyone coming out and playing the game. You don't have to gift subs if you don't want. You can just get involved and roll the dice. Seg became a real boy. Yeah. The Legend of Gary will continue next week. Don't forget to tune into the Orcish stream tonight. He's going to be playing PUBG with all of us. And I'll be back tomorrow. I think tomorrow we might end up playing... I don't know what we're going to play tomorrow. Might just be another fuck around stream. I can't tell. I'm barely conscious. I'll figure it out tomorrow. But there will be a stream tomorrow. See you then. Thanks again for watching, everyone. Thank you so much, everybody that gifted subs today. Very much appreciate it. Really is keeping me afloat, these streams. So just know that it is beyond appreciated. Let's go see Maya. Thanks again for watching, everyone. Have a wonderful rest of your Sunday. Peace.
These guys